I'm Dee.
I'm Jose.
And we're your token theater friends, two people who see way too much theater, even though it's December and we should be with our families. Who needs family when you have theater people and a token theater friend?
No one. We hope you had a very Merry Christmas and great holidays or whatever you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very special episode lineup. Can you believe that we've been doing this for almost a whole year?
Yeah, how many minutes are in a year? 525,000. No, I cannot, because there's so many minutes in a year.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy our interview with Telly from last episode.
No, I can't. How did we do this, and how did we convince people to do this with us? And how did we convince all of you to watch? See, that is holiday magic right there.
It is, and we're very grateful to all our guests and to all our viewers and to all the people who listen to our podcast. We could not do this without you. So for today, we're gonna do a greatest hits kind of thing, except it's all gonna be footage from our interviews that you haven't seen. We're gonna have outtakes with some of our favorite people that we talked to this year. People like Laura Osnes.
Yeah, or people like Rebecca Naomi Jones.
Oh my God, and also Daphne Rubin-Vega and Giselle Jimenez.
Here's our first ever clip show because we interviewed way too many people this year.
And there's so much good stuff
There's so much good stuff.
So we really hope you enjoy.
Yeah. I follow an account on Instagram called Designer Daddy, and he does he does Disney cosplay, mostly princesses. And so it seems like you tapped into a Disney princess fandom that I don't think you meant to do.
Right, we follow him too, and in fact he came with his family to our show in LA just a month ago, and we got to meet him and we took great photos with him. He posted a thing yesterday, a video of his wife and kids at the concert, and she had this amazing Snow White dress on that he made the costumes for. Designer Daddy, for those of you that don't know. He makes and designs. He says he doesn't use patterns. He makes from scratch these incredible Disney themed usually costumes. And so he brought his whole family and they were all in costume. They have 3 kids, I think. Yes, and he's incredible. And we've definitely reached that cosplay audience. We really encourage people to dress up and come, and we're getting like Broadway fans, we're getting each of our individual fan bases, me, Courtney, and Susan. We're getting this cosplay crowd, we're getting families, people my age who grew up with the movies and love all of these songs, as well as maybe grandparents with grandkids, and the young people now who are watching Moana and all of the new Disney movies. They're pretty timeless.
In many interviews, you've talked about how there have been points during your career where you have been this close to quitting, and I'm glad. And I think I can speak for all of us here. We are so glad that you're not quitting. But what were like the turning points that made you go, I just don't know how to quit you.
Yeah.
Parts.
Hey, I don't really know what else I'm gonna do. There's really nothing else I'm good at. I'm pretty trash at everything. So there was that. I did. The reason why I think every actor flirts with the idea, just because you get to a certain age and you still have a ton of roommates, lovely though they may be, but you're just like, I need to. At some point, I'm gonna have to retire. At some point, I can't live with everyone that I'm meeting, every show, or I can't keep doing that. And so, you're like, what do I do? And I think that I hit a moment where like the thought of not being an actor actually gave me some comfort, because I was on stage, I would be on stage sort of like thinking about the waiting week before I could collect unemployment, and do I have enough to get through that next week before I can like get that unemployment check that will help me make rent, and it was just like I'm not even enjoying being on stage. I'm not enjoying the act of creating anymore, and so I had to take a breath. But like I think that I think every actor has that moment, especially in New York, where you're just it's just tough, and where the checks are they just don't match what it costs to live here.
So you said candy. So what's like the one like treat that when Thanksgiving comes you have to have?
Oh, actual treat. Ooh.
It can be turkey, I guess.
Yeah, I love all like yellow and orange foods. So candy corn. Cute. So I love candy corn. I love corn. I love sweet potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. I love turkey. I love pumpkin pie, like the pumpkin part, not the. I don't like the crusty
crust?
thing. Yeah, I hate that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I like all those things.
You just like the really bad starches.
Yes, that are yellow or orange.
I like the sweet potatoes, but with that marshmallow top crust.
Oh, I've never had that.
It's delicious.
Should do
You're
that
like,
this year.
could you add more sugar? Yes, you can. You can melt a layer of marshmallows on the top of it.
They're melted? That's amazing.
Yeah, they blowtorch it, right?
Yeah. My mouth is watering right now.
I know. I'm like, I must do this. I've never done that.
Okay,
All right.
we'll make it happen.
Next time.
And you should also try like pecans and brown sugar, and then you like caramelize those.
Also, that's a whole nother layer of sugar.
We read that up to a couple of years ago, you still had a day job as a graphic designer. And is that still the case? One, and also like how can the theater industry better support composers?
As far as how the theater industry can better support composers, I think just doing our shows, like actually paying us to make theater, which I know is easier said than done, but I mean that's the sort of simplest answer. And I'm not really doing graphic design work right now. Which is cool, but I'm definitely not like kicking up my heels and like living in a lap of luxury. It's still quite a hustle, and that's something that's so hard for people to understand. People, see the show happening in this like very sparkly off-Broadway run, and they see, all of these fans, and everyone naturally assumes that eques dollar signs, which it literally does not, and even like the Be More Chill album, we've been streamed, I think it's now like 150 million times. And I have not, I haven't like gotten any money from that album. Hopefully one day I will, but I haven't yet. And so, and this is, a year after this thing has gone viral, and it's all amazing, and it's, because of the album we're here, but it doesn't, when you have to like pay your rent, that, no one wants to hear like, but I have 150 million streams on Spotify. So it's a really wild thing, you know?
You originated a part in Cost of Living, which ended up winning the Pulitzer Prize, and you're nominated for a couple awards also. Congratulations on
Yes,
that.
thank you, Martina.
What's
And
that?
Williamstown, and EST, and
Manhattan Theater Club?
Yeah, Manhattan Theater Club. Yeah.
That play was so great at doing exactly what you're saying, which is it humanized characters that otherwise, we see only as saints. Or,
Right.
I mean, your character was kind of a jerk.
Yeah. No, I mean, he is. He's an entitled, arrogant SOB. Yes.
Are you excited about award season and all that? What does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, look, I never It is absolutely incredible. Again, I've said this before, particularly about cost of living. I think in a general way, that play shook the world. You know, to have a play so beautifully crafted, where, as you said, you're just seeing people in relation, humans in relation to each other, right? And two of those humans happen to be disabled, one born and one acquired. It was so beautifully rendered, and again, seeing those things on stage matter, you know, and I think you just need to see more and more and more and more and more. As I've been fortunate to be in more work, and as I've been producing my own work, again, because of those three pervasive narratives I've listed, you can sense it in the audience. They don't know how to metabolize a different story yet about disabled characters, and and people don't know how to have the conversation about disability, you know, because it can be by its very nature, it's an anxiety-inducing thing.
Since the musical came out, I was thinking that it was so sad that people who don't necessarily speak English, there's many people in America who live in America and don't speak English, and they were denied the chance to know about the show because there was almost no media in Spanish. I think I saw you do New York One in Español, pero that was it.
Sí.
So I would love just to have some Spanish energy and words about the show.
Claro.
Yeah, okay.
Ese es lo más lamentable de mi experiencia, fue que la gente de quien estábamos, la gente quien estábamos representando, de quien estábamos hablando, no estaban ahí y no tenían manera de estar ahí.
Sí.
Y eso es lo más lamentable.
La música es un idioma universal y no necesitas saber un idioma específico para entender lo que cantas tú, por ejemplo, en Miss You Like Hell, en la pieza, en the title track, o lo que cantas tú en todas tus canciones. No necesitas, aunque hay Spanglish y usan elementos de español y de inglés, cualquier persona, creo yo, solamente con escuchar sus voces y el sentimiento, entiende todo lo que viene ahí. ¿Cuál era su canción favorita cada noche cantando en el escenario?
Me gusta el Monarch Butterflies, the road trip song.
So beautiful.
Que se llama Now I'm Here, que se trataba de...
Eso es de Monarch.
Sí, de las mariposas y del viaje entre las venas del país, ¿no? Sí.
I loved it so much because it was the happy song. It was a song where the character found joy in her experience.
Totally. Y pueden decirme cuál es la parte más I need the right adjective.
Tell me.
Si pueden, I want to use delicious, but that might sound weird. Pero
Maravillosamente bien.
Emocionante.
no. ¿Cuál es la parte más, creo que deliciosa es la palabra perfecta, cuál es la parte más
sabrosa?
Sabrosa.
Sabrosa.
De ser una mujer latina.
La parte más sabrosa de ser una mujer latina. Wow. Para mí, yo sé que cuando cortamos voy a pensar en muchas otras cosas, pero por ahora pienso que cuando yo agarro a mi hija y le digo cómo portarse con dignidad, cómo tener, cómo compartir su cuerpo con dignidad, cómo manejarse en la vida con orgullo de conocer su esencia, sus raíces verdaderas, con un orgullo legítimo.
Jose, what was the best thing you've seen this year?
Well, actually, I'm so glad you asked. Because on a podcast, we are talking about our favorite shows of the year. We compiled a top 10. Deep talks about 5 of her favorite shows, and I took about 5 of mine. Do you want to give us a teaser? What's one of the shows that you're going to be talking about?
Like raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, Sexy Oklahoma is one of my favorite things this year.
Okay, Oprah.
I'm Julie Andrews. You know, I think Julie Andrews would have appreciated Daniel Fish's experimental out-of-this-world treatment of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Oklahoma.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop thinking about Julie Andrews and Daniel Fish musical.
What about you?
And one of my favorite, you know, for some reason, as the months have gone by since the summer, I keep thinking about Fairview as like a holiday show. Which
Bring
it
your-
kinda is.
Yeah, you know.
Because like isn't that what the holidays are about in America?
It's a family affair.
Yeah, getting all the people together and fighting and like, having all like, the horrors come out, and like there's also like a lot of food, so that's always good. So Furby's going to be one of the shows that I'm talking about, but we have 8 more shows for you in the podcast. So how can people listen to the podcast?
They can listen to us on iTunes, Google, anywhere you get podcasts. And if you want to subscribe to more Token Theater Friends, we have some special stuff happening in the new year. And you can subscribe on YouTube. And if you click on the little bell, you get notifications for new Token Theater Friends videos. We're launching a revamp. It's going to be so pretty soon.
And we are also going to be at Broadway Con on Saturday, January 12th, 2019, with special guests Max Vernon and Diana O. We're so excited about that.
It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, we hope to see you there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cold, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be cold outside, but it'll be hot in here. But not in like a sexual way, unless, you know. All right. Well, it has been awesome doing this weird little project with you, Jose.
Are you gonna cry?
No.
Okay. No tears.
No tears. But
No.
looking forward to seeing you in the new year.
Let's click our invisible champagne
Yay!
glasses. See you next year.
See you next year. See you all
Happy
next
New
year.
Year.
Happy New Year.